That time of the year has come. Finally, Samsung has launched its new flagship for 2026. Therefore, I went ahead and bought my new smartphone that will replace my Galaxy S25 Ultra from last year. I went and bought the S26 Ultra. And in today's video, I'm going to make an unboxing and a first impressions with the S26 Ultra. So this is not going to be a full review. I always do my reviews after at least 4 weeks of continuous usage. That's when I test the device. That's when I see how it performs. That's the time period that I need to draw some final conclusions about the product. Therefore, in today's video, I'm going to just show you what the box includes, which isn't actually quite a huge mystery, and also my first impressions after a couple of hours of using the device. So I went ahead and bought my S26 Ultra. I pre-ordered it, and I got the 512 gigabytes of internal memory with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and the color is black, because I initially wanted to buy the white one, but I said to myself that it's too flashy, to be honest, for me. So I went and purchased again the black one. Let's unbox the device and see what it's all about. Nothing complicated, the usual suspects. We're gonna have here all the paperwork and a charging cable. Not interested right now. And this is the device. And I have to say, it feels it feels really nice in the hand. Very nice. Yeah, I actually love the even rounded corners this year, and I love the weight distribution. Unfortunately, Samsung, just like Apple, decided this year to skip on titanium, and they went back to aluminum. They gained a couple of grams in terms of weight. We have a new camera island, and of course the new processor inside, Snapdragon Elite Gen 5. That promises quite interesting gains in terms of performance, especially when it comes to the NPU and to the GPU. Not so much on the CPU. I think it's about 19% better than last year's processor. But yeah, this is how it looks. On the black variant, I would say that it's actually a very, very dark gray charcoal, if you want, type of color. Not quite jet black like I have on the S25 Ultra. But still, I do like the way that it looks. The SPen is still here, and what I like this time around, it's the fact that the SPen is the same color as the smartphone, at least on the black and white variant. You have a slight change of design when it comes to the SPen, because now, due to the rounded corners, it has to be a bit redesigned. The same usual suspects, 12 gigabytes of internal RAM memory with 512 gigabytes of RAM. Really, really nice looking device, really nice feeling. Yeah. The anti-reflective display is back, but not as it was on the S25 Ultra, and that's because this year one of the greatest features of the S26 Ultra is the privacy display. But we're going to talk about that when time comes. We also get improved cameras, although they are using the same sensors as in the past 4-5 years. Again, 5000 mAh battery inside with faster charging this time around, 60 watt charging and 25 wireless charging. So they didn't improve the capacity. They still didn't decide to move to the newer technology, which is silicon carbon. But in all honesty, after using Xiaomi last year with that battery technology, I actually don't regret that Samsung is still keeping their battery tech in their smartphones. But again, we'll talk more about that when time comes. Let's boot up the device and see if we have any battery inside. Battery charge, better said. And yeah, there it is. Android 16, One UI 8.5, and tons of under the hood features. This may look like the previous devices from Samsung, but the major changes are under the hood. Okay, this has been the unboxing and the first boot. I'm going to start the setup process. I'm going to transfer everything from my S25 Ultra onto the X26 Ultra. I'm going to start using the device for a couple of hours and afterwards come back and report on it and give you some first impressions about my usage with the S26 Ultra. Okay. A couple of hours later, actually more than half a day, and I do have some first impressions regarding the S26 Ultra. Mind you, I installed a protective cover glass to protect my screen. So after using it for more than half a day, I'm very impressed with the device so far. First things first, the display. The display is actually really nice. It's quite great actually, but I do have something to say about it, meaning that the anti-reflective feature that was on the S25 Ultra is better on the S25 Ultra than on the S26 Ultra. This may come as a shocker to many of you, but it is the reality of things. Speaking about the display, the privacy display is actually fabulous. It works amazing. It's one amazing feature, and I did set it up to work only on specific apps that I'm very interested in protecting the privacy of my data. About the battery, well, the biggest surprise to me was the charging of the battery, because I used the 25-watt charger that I had with the S25 Ultra, and I had about 19% available charge on the S26 Ultra. I put it to charge, and in 45 minutes it got to 83% of charge. So that's really fast, considering that I was not using the 60-watt charger because I don't have it. I didn't order it. I'm gonna still use the old charger from the S25 Ultra, and I was shocked to see how fast it charges. When it comes to standby times, because I did take a nap, again, very impressive, very impressive. Camera wise, although I didn't test it too much because I didn't have the necessary time, I did manage to take a couple of photos, I did manage to take a couple of videos, and especially to test out the new APV format, which is simply amazing. Mind you, it's very hard to work with this format because only a few supported programs can actually work with this. I mean Final Cut and DaVinci Resolve, but it's quite impressive. The files are huge. They are incredibly huge. For example, this video that I'm showing to you has 33 seconds of length and almost 7 gigabytes of data. But you can actually choose to convert it to HEVC, and then you can work with the file in basically every other program that's available out there on the market. But the results are simply mind-blowing. Okay, this is the converted file. As you can see, there is no loss of detail, just the shrunken down file. Yeah, really nice. This is actually a log video that I shoot and converted using the available LUTs pre-installed in the gallery app. This time around you have more options compared to the standard LUT that came with the S25 Ultra. And when it comes to photos, they're actually gorgeous. So yeah, as a first impression, I'm very satisfied with what the camera setup is capable, especially that now you have the option to use the 24 megapixel on the main sensor, and that should bring you better results. This was prior only available in expert RAW. It's no longer in the expert RAW. You can actually enable it in the camera settings, and as you can see, I have it right here. The pictures look a lot better, they have a lot more detail, the dynamic range is simply amazing. So yeah, people complaining about the fact that Samsung still uses the same sensors should actually know that they put a lot of work under the hood, and the results seriously vary compared to the S25 Ultra. When it comes to the processor, although I didn't test it very intensely, I did test it under my own type of circumstances. under my own type of usage, and I can actually say that it feels a lot more faster compared to the S25 Ultra. And what I mean by this is especially when using the cameras to shoot in log and converting them using the LUTs pre-installed. On the S25 Ultra, after the update to One UI 8.0, I had a very big issue with the file not being saved. I always had to restart the phone. I can say that on the S26 Ultra running One UI 8.5, it isn't the case anymore. I didn't encounter this issue, and the conversion times are a lot faster compared to the S25 Ultra. So this means that the device moves a lot faster, which enables me to also work faster at the same time and to spare time. In terms of call quality, everything is excellent. In terms of the loudspeakers, incredible quality, very good sound. In terms of overheating, I had no issues, considering the fact that for at least 2 or 3 hours my device was connected to the S25 Ultra, transferring everything from the S25 Ultra that you can see right here, and getting all my stuff from this one to the newer one. So it didn't get hot, nothing actually happened. So I'm very happy with the thermal management so far, but I actually feel that this one runs a bit cooler compared to the S25 Ultra. The selfie camera, you know me, nothing is less important to me than the selfie camera. You have the wider viewing angle because now it uses a 23mm wide angle lens. So yeah, results are almost identical to the S25 Ultra. And this pretty much does it as a first impression of the Samsung S26 Ultra after, let's call it, almost 1 day of usage. I really like how it feels in the hand. Due to the rounded corners, it feels very nice. Also, the slimmer form factor makes it feel a lot more comfortable to hold for prolonged periods of time. So overall, as a first impression after the unboxing and using it, I am very satisfied with what Samsung has brought to the table. Of course, I need more time. I need to use it properly to put it to its basis, to start using it like my old S25 Ultra, and only afterwards I will come back and give you my full honest review about the S26 Ultra. But as it is right now, as a first impression, I'm honestly impressed with what Samsung has done. It's a refinement, but a very good refinement compared to the previous generation. Basically, this is Samsung philosophy. Every year they refine and refine. I would have preferred for the 3x telephoto sensor to be changed this year. I would have preferred for the selfie camera to actually disappear under the display, because I honestly can't stand it, but it is what it is. In terms of battery life, so far quite good. In terms of charging speeds, actually impressed. In terms of thermal management, really great with the new vapor chamber they introduced on the S26 Ultra. And when it comes to performance, truly impressed due to Snapdragon's Elite 5th Gen. I'm gonna stop here. This has been the unboxing and my first impressions with Samsung S26 Ultra. I'm gonna see you in the next one. As always, my friends, be safe, be good. Peace.